Welcome everybody to another episode of Renegade's Garage. In this episode, we're going to be talking about that and why the tent is on that. So, stay tuned. This should be a good update video for you guys on the trailer and a little bit of closure on it. So, stay tuned. Keep watching. Okay, so you guys have been watching the channel for a while. Last October, I believe it was, I started uploading some videos of me making this. It's a homemade Overland style trailer that I made with some buddies that I never really, because I was before me really trying to remember to record, I don't really have a whole lot of footage of making it. So, best you're getting is just the final update video I'm giving you guys of it right now, of the walk around and some little bit of closure on it. So this trailer started off as an idea. It was, I had my runaway for normal weekend getaway. Just I want to, get out of town, have some of AC. Have my nice tent, I have my nice awning and everything. But this was made to go behind the Jeep, go to overlanding events, even do overlanding, go to Jeep events, stuff I don't want to take the runaway to, just something to be a little bit more cool to pull behind the Jeep. But since me making this, or when I first started making this, I bought the truck, which left this into a weird limbo. I was like, what do I do with this? So I went ahead and finished it, took it to Jeep Beach. I'll include a picture right here. As you can see, I had it at Jeep Beach. It looks super cool, all set up. Everybody who's seen it loved it. But since even before I completed this, it just became I got the truck now. How often will I actually be able to use this? Because since I bought the truck, it was immediately set to be the plan of the truck will be the tow rig, just to tow the Jeep to events now. And I was going to put the tent on the back of it like I did. So there wasn't really much of a reason to hold on to this trailer. So why I'm making this video now, before I forget, is this is actually up for sale as of this current moment. It's up for sale. I don't particularly want to sell it. And annoyingly enough, I'm not really getting any money back out of it either. I'm going to be getting, basically breaking even with what I have in it, which is okay to a degree. At least I'm getting what I have in it out of it, hopefully. But I'm not really making anything off of it, which kind of hurts my feelings a little, just because this was a major project I've gotten done. I've not had the best luck with getting projects done in the past, which part of the YouTube is to get me to actually start finishing stuff, and this was a big milestone for me. As soon as I got this done, that immediately made me, you know what, I can do this fabrication stuff. So that's what started the whole 1-ton thought with the Jeep. Been building this stuff for my buddy Patrick and Fig for their Jeeps, so this really started it. And to sell it kind of sucks, but I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a walk around where you can see how I made it and give you a little bit of a background of how it actually ended up. So here we go. Okay. So first place to start, the whole frame is made from, so the main backbone right here is a 2x2 squared tube, goes straight all the way through to the back, where it has a D-ring hook right there on it. So I made sure where if I have to tow if I or whoever had to tow from tow somebody out from the back, or be towed out from the back. It was literally straight through from the tongue all the way back, so it's a good solid anchor point. Then the main frame of sorts is this, is 2x1. I think it's either 1/8 inch or 3/16 wall tubing. So I mean, this thing is very solid. The main base is that, and the uprights for the tent, I want to make sure it's nice and solid. Then the rest of the box is just this inch by 1x1 inch by inch square tube. I forget what the thickness of that is. It was definitely smaller because it didn't need to be as thick. I think it is just below 1/8 inch. I mean, it's still pretty solid, but it's not as much because it didn't need to be. Then everything else, like for the tongue box right here and the floor supports, are all 1/8 inch angle iron. Then, so front toolbox, I set it up to have my jackery, where it's set up to have a cigarette lighter, which runs over to this switch panel. That's a boat switch panel. It has USBs, cigarette lighter, and switches, and voltage meter. Below it is a hookup to run your solar panel, which is all tied into the jackery right here. Then it's also set up, if you don't have it hooked up to the plug on the outside for the solar, it has the plug right here that runs through the 7-way plug of your vehicle. So if you're driving down the road, it can be charged in the jackery. So this can be charged while you're driving, so it's top off when you get to camp. And I mean, I have regular ear chocks for the wheels. It has an awning on it, so the bag for that's in here. These are all the plugs and everything for the jackery. So I mean, this was always just kind of meant as the trailer storage box. So like jackery, the chocks, and all that, you know, everything directly tied to the trailer goes in here. Then this one was all your camping supplies. So I have the jackery panel in here, I have a grill that I don't use in here, a tow strap, some chairs, some folding chairs I don't use anymore on the other camp. I don't use camping anymore. So those are all in here. So then we'll go on this side of the trailer. So as you can tell, I have a mount for some traction boards right here. Always need those off-road. I have 2 roll pack mounts. This side I keep a gas can roll pack, is a 1.5 gallons. Then we have, for the taillights, LED taillights, and these are nice like 1/8 inch square tube housings, or yeah, not square tube, just square sheet metal housings. So if I made sure when I made this trailer it could be rolled on its side and not have any problems. So I want to make sure the tail lights, if they got hit, they're not getting broke off like a normal trailer light would. I mean, I know these are very small fenders, they're free, but I personally like them. They fit the look of the trailer, and I made sure to mount them up high enough that right now this has a 28.5, 29 inch tall tire. I made sure it could clear at least a 30 if I ever upgrade to that in the future. I just went with this size tire because it was what I could go with at the moment. But I may be putting these on the Runaway and putting the Runaway's rims and tires on this before selling it. I don't know yet. Speaking of, the tire, or rim and tire combination are, these are a 15x8 Pro Comp rim, and they're on these, the Foursome mud terrain tire, which are a pretty nice looking tire. What were they? They're a 235 75 15. So I mean, they're a nice beefy tire for a trailer tire. Then on the other side right here, this is a tailgate with the just clips right here. Push them in, you lower it down, chains to help hold it at, you know, flat. Matching spare tire on the back here. Then in my wiring, these two lights are on a switch on the panel, so you know, turn these lights on to see behind the trailer at night, but they're also wired into the 7-way, so you also have reverse lights. This is just a cheap awning off of Amazon, but when I made the brackets, I did them for dual drilled them, so I will run a batwing awning on this trailer if I ever wanted to. The flip down right here is a flip down table. These are most popular known for Jeeps, like the JKs and JLs, that they mount to the tailgate on the back as your cooking area. So this mounted below the awning, so you have, flip this down, put your grill on it, and you have a place to cook. Put my high lift jack on the trailer, because I figure it was more useful on this trailer, because it don't really go up high enough for my Jeep anymore. It has a good place to just get it up out of the way. Matching rim and tire over on this side, and then a water roll pack on this side. Go ahead and take this one off. So I don't entirely know what happened to the paint, other than this Rust-Oleum is just not holding up very well. It needs to be washed real good. So how I did it, on the frame of the trailer, did this one, like I said, I did the 1x1s, and then for the roller pack mounts, just took a piece of 1/8" flat bar stock, welded it between here, and just bolted it on in the back. So now you have a nice strong point for the roller packs right there. The axle setup is just a 3,500 pound regular trailer axle, regular leaf springs and everything. It rides a little stiff, I will admit that. I wish I set that up a little bit different, but at the same time, I want to make sure. I knew this trailer would be very stout and about to hold a lot of weight, so I want to make sure that this thing could take as much abuse as possible and not have any problems. And I also want to make sure the bearings and everything were as stout as possible. So in my opinion, going to the 3/4 ton axle, make sure I had nice, good, big bearings. I did the bigger tires, so it allows it to spin slower, so they don't gain as much heat in the bearings, so it keeps them nice and cool. And like I said, there's awning right there, toolbox in the front, there's a switch panel again. So for the tongue, it's just a normal coupler. I didn't see me taking this on any trails in Moab or anything, so I figured I'll wait to put one of the more off-road style hitches on it for when that time comes. It's a regular trailer jack right here with a pin, so you might remove it if need be, or however. And, you know, your other tow chains. Like I said, 7-way plug. So then, as for the lights, you have one light there as your light out there, light out there. Put this light in right here so that shines straight down into the toolbox at night. Then you might have seen it while I was over here. I have a red rock light right there. All these are all rock lights because they're easy to get a hold of and nice and bright. So that rock light shines down to your cook area, and I made sure it's red so it don't hurt your eyes as much. And with all the lights on right now, kind of everything lit up, it's currently taking 16 watts. So this being the 250 watt Jackery, you could probably go a couple of days without needing to charge that back up with this current setup. I mean, once you plug your phone in to charge and add a couple of things onto it, it probably lasts a day. But I made sure I have a 60 watt Jackery panel with it. So you just put out the panel, plug it in during the day while you're at camp, and get charged back up, and you'll be good to go. But there you guys have it. That would be the walk around of this trailer. I love this trailer. I hate to see it go, like I said, but I'm glad it'll hopefully be going to somebody who's actually going to use it for overland camping. Because when people have been messaging me about it, I've been making sure to like kind of comb through it, make sure it's like, hey, you are going to use this for overlanding. If somebody says, hey, I want to use it for my small business to go do whatever, I mean, if the money's there, sure, maybe, but I'm trying to gear it towards somebody who's actually going to use it for its intended purpose. Just because I would love to see this thing actually used for its intended purpose. But until then, it's gonna stay around. Hopefully it'll be sold soon. Maybe not, maybe it will, I don't know. But I wanted to finally give you guys an updated video, because I know the last video I made of it is been a while. And then until next time, guys, here's been the trailer. We'll have updated videos on Jeep projects coming up, camping projects coming up, or camping trips coming up. And until next time, stay humble, work on your projects, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye. What do you think, Oak? Think it's time to go camping? Think it's time to go camping? No? Yes? There you go. Time to go camping? I guess you think it's time to eat some grass.